and we're doing that amazing price. That may be coming up. Hopefully you get a chance to be able to see it. From Rarities, the Rarities collection. This is another nice thing about what we call moonlight markdowns, is that it gives you a wonderful way of seeing a great cross coverage of the jewelry. So we've seen Colin Lopez, and now we're going to see some Rarities. Now this is traditionally very, very high end. In fact, this one here, certainly at the original price of $349.90, great value. Again, we're talking about natural, or certainly cultured freshwater pearls, natural in color. Then you've got here this beautiful moonstone that comes through here. Now, no two will be identical. It's also almost like a tapestry of color that you get in here. You'll notice that each and every stone, so not only these stones, great shot, thank you very much, not only these stones being hand faceted, but then they are framed. Each and every one is framed. It's not like a standard cut. So they cut the stones, they manipulate it, and then they go ahead and frame it. $209.90. So we've got a couple of different areas with here. You've got black cultured freshwater pearls. You've got the stable at what they call rainbow moonstone. It's 11 to 12.5 millimeters in diameter. But I mean, you see here on Angie, and this is where such a simple touch to an outfit can make such a huge difference to not just the way that other people are looking upon you and how they think of your beauty, or how gorgeous your piece is, but more importantly, the way you feel about your outfit being complete. Now, this is where you just pop it on, and you know these long, gorgeous lengths have been so popular. In fact, last week, Lynn and I had a stately steel show, and it was a wonderful concept where we went ahead and we showed you the jewelry piece, and then we had Angie and another model on the set, and we had a stylist talking about how to fatch them up. Because if you look at the fashion magazines, often they'll have one of those segments where they'll have the model on one side with the handbag, the shoes, the dress, the nail lacquer, everything, and the jewelry, of course. And then on the right-hand side, it'll show you how they bought them, where they bought them, the price of this. Now, again, this, all natural, all beautiful, stunning, from the Rarities collection, very high end. Get ready for this. I have fewer than 50 available. So that you're talking exclusivity. How about under 50 people across the states are going to get this with one flex pay of $52.48. The color, stunning. Again, when it comes to freshwater pearls, obviously in the world they are cultured, definitely. But one of the things which means man is intervened. But at the end of the day, the mollusk has the opportunity to be able to, well, take charge. Mother Nature is in charge when it comes to pearl, an organic gemstone. The beautiful pearl. Now, June, the traditional birthstone is the Alexandrite. Pearl is a gorgeous alternative. And this one, stunning. I have fewer than 50 of these available. $209.90, your flex pay is $52.48. Remind you with our HSN card. If you go ahead and qualify for an HSN card, first of all, we'll give you additional flex pays on this entire 2-hour block of jewelry, including, of course, an additional flex pay on beauty, on fashion, and jewelry every single day of the year. Now, those of you who've been looking for a timepiece,